Hey everyone, this is JD Ray and I'm coming at you guys with the much awaited review of the Revlon ColorStay Whipped. Now, I have been using this foundation for a month. I would say it's a month, and I actually bought this at Walgreens with the sale. There was a Revlon sale that said that you buy one and you get the other one half off, so this was $14. 14 divided by 2 is 7. 14 plus 7 is $21. So I paid $21 for both these foundations. And I have another one over there that is unopened pretty much. So I got this foundation in the shade 370 Natural Tan, as you guys can see right there. It comes with 0.8 fluid ounces, so it doesn't come with the typical 1.0 fluid ounce that most drugstore and high-end foundations come with, so that might be something you should consider. However, even though it does come with 0.2 fluid ounces less, I feel that the pigmentation in this foundation makes up for it. Oops, I ripped it. It says it wears up to 24 hours, talc-free and paraben-free, buildable to full coverage. I completely agree with that. It is buildable, and I don't know about the 24-hour thing because, like I said in my last Revlon ColorStay video review, whatever, I don't know who would wear the foundation for 24 hours unless they're like strippers or something. Holla. I'm kidding. It says, bouncy lid formula feels ultra light and silky smooth. I completely agree with that. It does feel really light and silky smooth, just like it says on here. And then next is a list of ingredients, and the main ingredient, the first ingredient, is dimethicone, which is the largest amount that it has because it is the first ingredient. So if you guys are allergic to silicones, you know, dimethicone is a sort of silicone. Be sure to check that out. Another thing about the ingredient list, it does contain salicylic acid, which, as you guys know, is pretty much an acne fighting ingredient. It pretty much accelerates the cell turnover process, so your skin just starts to like fall off faster, and that way you don't have clogged pores. That's how salicylic acid works, and this contains it. And I see a lot of reviews on this, and they are putting this like under their eyes and like just in places where I'm kind of unsure if I would recommend putting it there. I personally would not recommend putting this under your eyes because, you know, the skin under your eyes is so delicate and so much thinner than the skin around the rest of your face, and if you put this on there, you might, you know, irritate that area. I wouldn't recommend putting it under your eyes. I would recommend a separate concealer for that. The packaging, I like it. It's like a paperweight, I guess you could use it after you're done with it. It's kind of heavy. The shade selection is kind of altered by the packaging. As you guys see right there, the shade looks incredibly light, and when I was looking at all the shades at the stores, the shades were just, they looked so much alike. Like even the darkest one compared to the light one, they were like the same exact color. I think the material that this is made out of just kind of makes it look all the same. It kind of alters the color, so just be careful with that and make sure that, you know, you do your research online as to which color you are before you actually go buy it, especially since it is a drugstore foundation and there are no samples or anything. At Walgreens, I saw that there was actually samples, but it was for the lightest shade, and I don't know how that's beneficial because, I mean, not everyone's pale, so that just, not pale, but light skin, so that just doesn't make sense to me. But anyways, as you guys can see right there, that looks light, but then when you look at it in here, this is what this color looks like. And mine actually, my little, it comes with this thing on top of it like that. Mine actually was not dirty. I see a lot of reviews, and they have like dirty little, I don't know what you call these, a sifter? It's not a sifter. These are dirty. I don't know what they're called. Oops, I feel dumb. Anyways, and then it comes up with this product. So that's the shade that I am. And as you guys can see, it's an interesting texture. It's not liquid, but it's not like, I wouldn't call this an actual mousse. As you guys can see right here, watch. It's kind of like really bouncy. I washed my hands, by the way. It's an interesting texture. It won't fall out, and if you are to leave this upside down or something, it will eventually fall down. I feel that they run a bit more neutral. This is supposed to be one of the warmer shades, and to me, I mean, it is warm, but it's not. It has some, I can distinguish some pink in it, which kind of, I don't know how I feel about that. That's kind of why I'm unsure about this foundation in terms of color selection. I think, to me, color selection is a huge thing because, I mean, I'm going to be wearing this and I want it to be undetectable, and not just that, I want my skin color to be showing. I don't want a color that's not my skin color to be put on my face, if that makes any sense. So yeah, and also I went to Walmart yesterday and they only had 4 shades there. They had 180. I'm not 100% sure. I know for a fact that they had 230 and then the next 4 shades down, which I don't know what's going on with the marketing. They don't have a lot of shades available. I believe the darkest shade at Walgreens was early tan, or I think it was early tan or rich tan. It was one of those two. But yeah, as for like wearability, I feel like this does last throughout the day. It does have a dewy finish to it. I will tell you that it's not matte like the liquid version of this. Just because it's dewy, it's surprising because it's actually pretty good at controlling oil even though it is dewy. The actual formulation though makes it look like you have, I mean, if you already have oily skin, it might be a little bit too much dewiness. That's what I found. You will have to set this with a powder if you want it to not look as dewy. It does feel extra really silky smooth on your skin, and kind of it's really blendable. It just kind of blends into your skin and doesn't even look like you have anything on, which is something I really appreciate about this foundation. I don't know, I really like it. I think it's a little bit expensive for, you know, a drugstore foundation, but then again, if it is good quality, I don't think it should matter because $14 is a lot much better than $28 or $30 or $40 depending where you go in the high-end department store brand. So I think it's not too bad if you think about it, and especially since it does have, you know, pretty good aspects to it that I really do like. The actual shade selection, if you order online from Revlon.com, I believe there's 12 shades of this, so it might be better to order it online than to actually go and look for a shade, because I know Walgreens had the biggest amount of shades, but it still wasn't everything that Revlon says they have, so just go ahead and check that out. I really do like it. It hasn't caused me any acne, not that I know of. It might be actually helping my acne when I do use it, because it does have that salicylic acid, so that's something to keep in mind. If you're allergic to salicylic acid, just be sure not to try this foundation. Let's avoid that. If you're allergic to salicylic acid, don't even go near this foundation. One last thing, this thing photographs really beautifully. It does not have SPF, which I personally prefer. I don't know about you guys. I know a lot of you guys, you know, prefer SPF in your foundation. Me personally, I prefer my foundation without any SPF, simply because of the fact that when you do take pictures, it comes out white. Not just that, but I can always add SPF under. I always wear SPF under anyways, so it's not really that big of a deal. I'd rather add to something than have to try and remove from something. In other words, I'd rather have to add sunscreen underneath than, you know, have it stuck in there and I can't remove it. It's pretty much the same thing with makeup. I'd rather add blush, you know, than to have too much on and have to remove it. I don't know if that comparison makes sense. I just put it out there. I'm leaving it. Go check this out. Let me know what you guys think, and let's go ahead and let's go get started with the demo. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This has an interesting formulation to it. When I tapped into it, the actual product has pretty much flattened down again, and I really like that about that, because when I tap into it, it doesn't stay like that forever. Like if I let it sit, it'll eventually, you know, go back down and it'll look like it's a new foundation. It's just perfectly straight, which I think is really cool. So I take about, you don't need that much foundation with this. Do you guys see that? It's such an interesting, like, I don't know how to describe it. I like it. I washed my hands. I don't have anything on my face, as you guys know. I like doing these foundation routine, or these foundation videos, reviews, whatever, without anything, just to show you guys how it works. So I'm actually going to go ahead and apply this much on one half of my face. So I'm just going to build this up. And I don't know if you guys can see here, but that color is, I don't know, it looks like it's too neutral for me, I personally think, but whatever. And I think I might have applied too much on this side of my face, so let's go ahead and take some more to my forehead. Like I said, don't put it too near your eyes because, I mean, it might irritate that area. We don't want to irritate your face, so let's avoid that area. So that's pretty much how much I used, and you guys can see there is definite difference. I think on first application, the first layer, it's more of a medium coverage more than full. It doesn't claim to be full coverage. It says it's buildable to full coverage, which I agree with. If you do a second layer, I think that would be full coverage. So this is pretty much half of my face done, and as you guys can see, it actually matches me pretty well, but I'm not satisfied with it. I don't think there's enough yellow in it. There is some yellow in it, but not enough. So this half has makeup on, this side does not. If you guys want to see that right there up close. And I don't know if you guys can see, it has it doesn't have like a matte finish, it has a luminescent finish, I guess you could call it. Light does reflect back with this foundation, which is good, you know, it makes it look really natural and it just doesn't look powdery or anything like that. It kind of does set to a powdery finish after a while, but it still remains with that dewiness to it. So that's pretty much what this foundation looks like on my face. I'm gonna go ahead and apply it on my other half of my face and I'll be back. Didn't feel like doing this, if you want me to be honest. I don't want to record this today because I'm not feeling too good. But I was like, I have to. I told them I would record it and I just didn't want to not record it or upload it. I have applied it to my entire face now. With this actual foundation, I prefer using my fingers as opposed to a brush, simply because I feel like using your fingers is one of the most efficient ways to use this specific foundation and many other foundations too. I feel like because it does have that weird kind of like sticky consistency to it, if you use a brush, I feel like it'll stick to the brush more than onto your skin, so you'll be applying less foundation to your skin. I personally don't like using a brush with this foundation. I feel like you can if you want to, but you are going to end up wasting some foundation, so just keep that in mind. So yeah, that's pretty much how my face looks with this foundation on. This is it. I think it looks really nice actually. And it doesn't look like, do you guys see that like glowiness? It has a really nice glowy finish to it. I think it's more of a semi-matte finish more than a dewy finish. But it does have that little luminescence to it that just makes it look really natural and just very awake. So if you guys are interested in this foundation, be sure to check it out. And this is pretty much my review and my demo for the Revlon ColorStay Whipped Foundation. So don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. If you guys have any questions on this foundation, feel free to ask them below and I will promptly answer them. So yeah, thank you guys for watching and thank you guys all for the support, and thanks to all the new subscribers. I really do appreciate all the support and it just makes my day when I see my subscriber count go up by 1 even. So thank you guys all, and I hope you guys stay tuned and go watch my other videos. I hope this was helpful for you guys. So I'll see you guys around. If you guys want another foundation you guys want me to demo, just, you know, the comment section, just let me know. And this goodbye has gotten way longer than it's supposed to be. So bye guys, have a nice day.